right, so yesterday we did your midline change and your amplitude change, yeah? Today we're doing period and frequency changes, right? So that's going to tell you like how wavy it is. So is it like this or is it like me, right? That's what happens, right? It's either stretched out or squished in. Kind of like a slinky. Do y'all know slinkies? Okay. Some people don't know what those are anymore. Did you? Okay, I was just checking. Yeah. Some people don't know though. So that example is kind of outdated at this point. I think a lot of this we already know. So the B value tells you how many cycles the graph completes between 0 and 360 or 0 and 2 pi. So again, B is right here. It's in front of X, inside your parentheses in front of X. So that's the B that we're talking about. If B is bigger than 1, the function repeats itself more frequently. So it's going to be like a horizontal compression. And then if B is between 0 and 1, it's going to repeat itself less frequently. So that would be a horizontal stretch. It's important that we know that vocabulary there because they'll ask you about it on your exam at the end of the year. And they're going to give you like a function and ask what happened to it. And it'll be a trig function. There's going to be a phase shift and there will be other stuff like this as well. And you don't pick the graph, you just have to say what happened verbally. Does that make sense? So like there's a horizontal compression of 2 or whatever. So we've got to know how to like identify that. Does that make sense? Okay. So then you'll use your equation B times the period equals 360 or B times your period equals 2 pi to solve for your period or the value of B. So that works both ways. So we can solve these and basically it's your B value is 360 over your period or the period is 360 over B. That's the one that we'll probably use most of the time because you'll have that B value but we won't necessarily have the period. So if we change the B, it's also going to change the key points on your graph. So you'll still find those the same way. So you'll take whatever your period is and divide it by 4. It's just not always going to be 90 now. Yeah? Questions on it so far? We did this in Math 3. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and try some. So we've got sine of 2x. So what's our A value? 1. What's your B value? D. Okay, so then to find our period, we'll do 360 divided by B. So 360 divided by 2, we get what? Y'all said it, 180. And then your key points, we would divide that number by 4, and what do we get? So what they've done already is they've graphed the original, and we're going to graph this one on top of it just so we can see how it's changed. So are we going to start where? 0. Start at 0, and then at 45 degrees we're up at our amplitude, so 1, and then 0, and then -1. Are we okay with that? Yeah. Okay. So the B value just tells you how many full cycles happen over 360. I think we basically said that already. Can we tell how that's like 2 cycles? Do we see that? How like the first cycle is from here to here, or like the first wave? That's one wave. I don't know if that's helpful, but. Do we need anything else there? Are we good? All right. So we'll do the same thing for the next one. So this time we have y equals sine 1/2 x. So what's your a value? Your b? D? Your period? 720. And key points? 180. So then when we graph this one, we're still going to start at 0. But then at 180, we'll be up at 1. And then at 360, we're at 0. And then at 540, we're down at -1. And at 720, we're back at 0. Yeah? Kind of hard to tell. Are we all good? Cool. So moving on to the next one. All right, if we have cosine of 3x, what's our a value? Your b value? Your d? Your period? Like 120, right? And then your key points? So, when we go graph this one, since it's cosine, we're going to start at our amplitude, so we'll be at 1. And then every 30 degrees is where we change. So at 30, we'd be at 0. At 60, we're at -1. I thought I did.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, that's real ugly. Both. Are y'all already doing the next one? Yeah? Okay. When you're done with number 4, look up so that we can talk about it. So we're stopping at number 4, yeah? Alright, so this is what your graph should all look like. And it's a horizontal stretch, right? Because that number was less than 1. Are we all good? Do you need to go through anything else? Right there. Okay, so, yeah. So the next ones, we're not going to graph them. We're just going to like find all the things. For number 5, what's your A value? Your D value? Your B value? 5. So then how are you going to find your period? 360 divided by 5, what do we get? 72. How do you find your key points? Divide that by 4, what do we get? 18. Are we all good? All right, would this one be vertically, what's happening? Vertically, what's happening? Vertically, what is happening? A vertical stretch. Horizontally, what's happening? Horizontal compression, because it's going to get more wavy, right? Does that make sense? And then the +1 tells you what? Shift it up one. Yeah? Are we all good with that? Okay, so like you would be given something like this and you have to talk about it. So yeah. For number 6, what's our A value? 1/4, your D value. Your B value. 7th, how do you find the period? 360 divided by 1/7 or times 7, so what do we get? 520, is that what we said? And then divide by 4 to get your key points, and we get 630. So what happens vertically? Shrink. Horizontally? Stretch, because only a 1/7 cycle is going to happen between 0 and 360. Yeah? Okay. All right. Then for number 7, what's your A value? 3. The D value? -2. B value? 3/2. Your period? 240. You would have to multiply by 2/3 because it's dividing by 3/2. And then divide that by 4 and we get 60. Is that okay? So what does the negative tell us? Flip. So we would be like at your negative amplitude first, right? And then vertically, what's happening? Vertically stretched. Horizontally? What did we say? I just didn't hear. Compression, right? Because it's bigger than 1. And then the -2 just shifts it down 2. We all good? Wonderful. So we're going to graph these. All right, so for number 8, what's the value? 3, your D value. Your B value. So what's our period going to be? 72. And key points are going to happen every, somebody already said it, 18. Are we all good with that? Okay. So this is where it gets fun. Now, to be quite honest with y'all, when I'm like doing this myself, I hate labeling the axes, right? Because it's just like super annoying. So I have a really bad habit of just like whatever it is. Like I just put like 18, 36, whatever, every line. I just make it whatever interval it's supposed to be. Like, but then you can't actually tell if it's been stretched or compressed. So I'm like it's fine, but. So if you do that, I totally understand. You just can't tell if it's actually been stretched or not when you do it that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if it was like 18 degrees and we left this as 90, well, holy cow, you'd be doing a lot of back and forth in between. Do you get what I'm saying? So are we good to do it on every floor, but know that it doesn't actually show you? Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm just like saying the same thing over and over again and not really making much sense, but that's okay. 72, I'm only going to do that much, and so we'll start at 3.
Drunkards.
So we know that this one would be like super wavy if we actually looked at it like on a better scale, right? Okay, are we good to do number 9? Are we done with 8 yet? If we're not, I can slow down. I'm sorry. So can we move on? Okay, so for number 9, what's your A value? Your D value? Your B value? Your period? 540, and key points? 135. Cool. So the negative tells you what? Go down. So we start at 0, but instead of going up, we go down. Yeah? We all good with that? All right, so this is what your graph should look like. Yeah? So this one, is it gonna be more wavy, less wavy? Less wavy. So how do we say that intelligently?
It's a horizontal stretch and a
Yeah.
vertical.
There's actually no vertical because the amplitude is just 1, right? So vertically it doesn't change. It was shifted up, and we have that flip. But otherwise, you're on the right track. The other one had it.
Usually it's a horizontal stretch, so it's vertical compression, so that's less.
All right. Are we good? Yeah. Is there not more? Oh, that's it. Cool. So, this is trash.